Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mysteries of Hyrule, a Legend of Zelda podcast where we talk Zelda, lore theories, and speculation. But today, we might end up delving in some of that, but it's mostly going to be speculation today. But there might be two episodes releasing because I already have one scheduled, and so if y'all get two, this is why. Because as always, I'm joined by my co-host Connor. Blah blah blah. If you have any
Hi,
questions, you can
chat.
put them in the
Hi,
email at Mysteries of
people.
Hyrule, all that fun stuff. Join the Discord. But really quickly, oh my god, it's real.
It is real. Wait.
I mean, we all expected it to be real, but the confirmation is crazy.
Okay. At this point, though, I was very, very doubtful because Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker
True.
HD were rumored for like 2 to 3 years, and then after that time of nothing, then all the rumors stopped completely, and we haven't heard anything about them in like years. And so then it had been 2 to 3 years of us hearing about Ocarina of Time remake, and so then at this point I was like, it's probably not real. I'm like, I don't know if it's real. I mean, we'll see. If it's not announced at this direct, then I'm very, very doubtful. But if it wasn't announced this year, I was like, it's not coming. It's not.
I was feeling the exact same way. I was cautiously optimistic, but Nate the Hate barely ever misses a hit. So
anymore. At this time for the past, because before the Switch 2 announcement, he did get things wrong, and that was normal.
I mean, every leaker gets some stuff wrong because internal stuff is delayed or canceled or yada yada yada.
That's why sometimes. Yeah, that's why sometimes Nate the Hate has gotten occasionally the direct date, but they change that but it's like within the week. It's within the same week that he normally says.
Yeah,
but
they changed the date. Yeah. Okay, so for today, I'm thinking let's quick overview of like what we saw in. Let's do before we even jump into Ocarina of Time. Let's do a really quick overview of some other stuff we thought was cool. Then we'll talk about the big boy, the chunky part of the conversation today. But Deltarune Chapter 5, that's kind of hype. That's really exciting. We all knew that was coming sometime this year, but that is very exciting.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I guess Switch Sports Resort is kind of cool. I mean, having Woohoo Island back is great. I'm not a big fan of the. I don't even know what you call them, the Sportmates or whatever.
Yeah, Sportsmates. That's what they're called. Yeah, I'm glad you can at least be a me, but it's like a me head with the Sportsmate body. I'm not, and it was the same way with the Nintendo Switch Sports, and so I was really hopeful that when I saw Woohoo Island was back, that hey, are they going to be me's, especially with Tomodachi Life? The new Tomodachi Life game that come out. I was like,
to be fair, this game's probably been in development for a while, and so they didn't have the sales number of Tomodachi Life to base that off of. But still.
Well, I mean, I don't know how hard would it be to just, because they have the ability to turn the Sportsmates into me's. They have the ability to me's. So
they would have to change a lot of models, but at least giving us the option to make our character look like a me.
I think it's very interesting that the new FromSoft game, the Duskbloods, is going to be multiplayer.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about as a service. So I don't know if it's multiplayer as an option or if it's like going to be like Elden Ring Night Rain or.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm not too sure.
I was at work when the direct happened, and then I had classes, so I didn't get to watch the whole direct. But afterwards, I cherry picked the trailers that I wanted to go see, and I just see thumbnails for all of them, so I know everything they revealed. I also saw the Ukraine Joy-Cons. How wonderful!
Splatoon Raiders looks pretty good, I'll say that. But it reminds me, because I think the single player is, in my opinion, I put hundreds of hours into Splatoon. I think the single player is Splatoon's best feature. I think it's what they do best.
I haven't played a Splatoon game since like the Wii U, so I'm not gonna lie.
And so it's more single player Splatoon, and so I'm like, it's good, it looks good. Single player Splatoon's always good. I feel like they have so many unique features that they do for the single player versus the multiplayer. It's just, pick this gun, go fight. Pick this gun, go fight. And it's been the same way since Splatoon 2 and since Splatoon 1. And so that's why the main gameplay of Splatoon has gotten a little stale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
After
nice
3 games. Shaking it up a little bit.
I find it really weird. So they announced Pokopia is getting an underwater free update, whatever,
Yeah,
kind
I
of
saw
cool.
that.
But they're dropping a DLC, which the free update comes out in August. They're dropping an underwater DLC today.
Oh, it was today? Damn. Okay.
No. The update's in August. The underwater DLC though is today. Yeah. Which is really weird. Which means that they have the underwater feature and all that done. So why is that not releasing when the DLC is releasing? I find that a little weird. I'm gonna be honest. The new Fire Emblem, I think, looks like it's taking more aspects from Three Houses, with like you can pick between one of 4 characters and you can create your own story within them. Like in Three Houses, you pick one of 3 houses, and then you go through that. Which people liked Three Houses. I know I'm not a Fire Emblem fan, so.
Yeah, I have a buddy who's a big Fire Emblem fan who'll probably be very excited about that. But there was one tiny reveal at the end of the direct I think we talked about. It's just like this little tiny reveal of a not so super popular game. I think it was called I
think it's called like The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time
or something like that. Yeah. Something really stupid like that. I don't know who would be a fan of that franchise, man. I don't know. But
something about The Legend of Zelda. I don't know what The Legend of Zelda is. I've never played a Legend of Zelda game, you know.
I've only played these Legend of Zelda games. They're far superior.
I've only played The Legend of Link personally.
No, you're missing out with The Legend of Zelda.
Really? Yeah. You know, I guess I gotta check that out.
But so at the end of the direct, there was this tiny little announcement that Ocarina of Time is not just getting a re-release, not just getting a port, but a full, from the ground up remake.
Words cannot express how happy I am.
I'm so excited.
This is exactly what I think was needed right now.
Yes,
because
I fully agree.
We're probably somewhere around a little less than halfway through the wait till the next 3D Zelda game.
This is.
And so I think though this game will be enough to where
the same spot that we got the Link's Awakening remake, so that tracks. That makes sense. This is also going to be a system seller.
This is more around the time when Skyward Sword came out, closer. Ish. Yeah, I guess Link's Awakening would be.
If you're talking about if we're talking about like from the release of Breath of the Wild, Link's Awakening, from the release of Tears of the Kingdom to now, they're close enough, give or take a few months, like half a year or so. Which is
but Tears of the Kingdom's Tears of the Kingdom is 3 months. It's 3 years old.
Yeah,
Breath of the Wild was only 2 years old when Link's Awakening came out. Although, what month did Link's Awakening come out?
November, so it was like right at the end of the year.
Okay, so that is about a 7-month difference now. I mean, who knows when Ocarina of Time's going to come out? So it's in between when we got Link's Awakening and Skyward Sword.
It's within that time span, which is nice. It kind of again follows that trend we've been seeing of new 3D game. Then we see a 2D entry, then either a Warriors game or some other spin-off, and then we see a remake or release, and then we see a bunch of ports until the next game.
I still can't believe we got 2 3D games within 1 year.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 new games within 1 year. Because didn't Echoes of Wisdom come out in 2023?
No, it came out 2024.
Oh, never mind. You're right.
I thought you were talking about Link's. Oh no, yeah. So Tears of the Kingdom was 2023. Then Echoes of Wisdom was 2024, 2025 was Age of Imprisonment, and then Ocarina of Time will be 2026.
Oh my goodness, Echoes of Wisdom will be 2 years old. That's crazy. It just doesn't feel like these games have been out that long. Like when I saw Tears of the Kingdom celebrating 3 years, I was like, it can only have been out for at max 2 years. What do you mean 3 years?
Yeah, I know. Alright, well we're getting to like almost the 10-minute mark, so I think we should start diving into what's actually present in the trailer. And I think we're going to start by breaking it down, and then we'll kind of go into theories and stuff. So right off the bat, we're shown a tapestry that is new. We have not seen this tapestry before. It's not an Ocarina of Time or anything.
It might be in the new one.
True. I'm talking about the original though.
Yeah.
And it has a very like classic medieval, early Renaissance kind of art style to it. What's interesting is we hear an actual voice acted voice talking to us, so it's very possible this game's going to have voice acting. Given that,
I think it will.
I don't see a world where it doesn't, especially considering it's following in the footsteps of the Star Fox remake.
I'm very curious. Who do you think the voice is? Because I think it's the Great Deku Tree. I'm curious who you think it is.
It's either got to be the owl or it's got to be the Deku Tree. Probably the Deku Tree though, because that's more.
Ooh, you know who else it could be?
Rauru?
It could be Rauru.
I thought about that, but at the same time, I'd be like, if they're doing Rauru, I don't see. It depends
Raru's
how much
in
they
the
want.
game.
I know. I was gonna say it depends how much they want to connect the voices, and the characters. Like, I would almost expect Raru's voice actor from these last two games, even though it's a different
don't think
character,
so. It's a completely different character.
but they are related. So I don't know. It's something I could see him do.
I know if Phoenix Comic Con, there was a whole mess with Matt Mercer, and where they told me, oh yeah, you'd be able to walk up and talk to him on Sunday, but then or get a signature on him on Sunday, and then that didn't happen. They're like, oh no, yeah, no, we're not doing that today. But I wanted to ask him if he would be willing to voice Ganondorf in any future games. So I'm very curious if he's going to be the voice of Ganondorf in this game.
He better, honestly. I loved Ganon's voice.
I loved his voice, and it is perfect. And I wouldn't mind seeing him in this game, but also, I wouldn't mind seeing someone new. I actually hope someone different is Zelda. I hope Zelda is someone different.
Needs to be different.
Ganondorf, I'm perfectly fine with him being that.
Ganon can be the same. I think it would make sense. Zelda needs to be different.
Zelda needs to be. I love Zelda's voice actor, and I love her voice, but it's been 4 games.
Yeah. In this
it's been 4 games.
The voice that Zelda has in the WoW games wouldn't fit Ocarina of Time. Zelda, personality-wise, I see her having, especially with Sheik, I see her having more of a rough voice. As an adult, at least. That's another thing. They're either going to have different voice actors, or the voices are going to sound very different over the time jump as well.
I think they're going to have a child voice actor and then an adult voice actor.
Yeah, that's how they did it in the original as well, with Link's noises.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really hope we get Matt Mercer back for Ganondorf. But like I said, someone new, as long as they do a really good job, would not be a complaint. Zelda needs to be new. I wonder. They'll probably do someone new for Rauru, but we should compare the voice in the trailer with the Great Deku Tree voice from the Wild games and see if it's at all similar.
Ooh, you're so right.
Because it makes you wonder if any of the voice actors are coming over. Like, with the Great Deku Tree coming over, is maybe Twinrova going to transfer over? I mean, who knows?
Oh, they're completely different voices.
You think Twinrova? Oh, the Deku Tree and
the Deku Tree and the thing. Play it. Okay. Play the trailer for like 1 second. Trust me. I don't even have to pull up the Great Deku Tree voice.
I just listened to the trailer like right before I walked in here to record, so I'm very familiar with it. But
they sound.
The tone is obviously different. Like, this one's a lot deeper and has more emphasis. But I wonder if, as long as the wording and the undertone of the voice sound similar, like the same voice actor. You gotta remember, the voice actor for the Deku Tree also voiced King Rome as well. So those are 2 very different characters. So he's got the range.
I pulled up, Tears of the Kingdom Deku Tree voice lines English, right? Expecting voice lines, right? It's just the Deku Tree grunting for a minute.
That's peak video. But yeah.
I just have the Great Deku Tree moaning in my ear.
So isn't that what you always wanted? But so it's very likely the game's gonna be voice acted, which is cool. A couple other cool points is before we move on to like what we actually see Link, I want to jump back to this. I'm gonna put it here for now. At the start, we hear whatever voice is speaking say that in a I'm trying to remember the exact phrasing. They say in a kingdom long, long ago, which immediately
ago there was a land called Hyrule, created by the supreme divinity. I pulled up the transcript.
That is really strange So is this a narrator type character maybe? Because why would Hyrule be gone by now? Because that implies that Hyrule is no longer around.
Yeah, there was a land called Hyrule. Called is I think the key word, that being past tense.
Past tense.
Instead of there is a land called Hyrule.
Is Hyrule no longer existent? Is this some out of universe narrator, like Paper Mario style? I don't know. It's strange.
Or is it supposed to be like, you know, like in Star Wars is a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away? Is that what it's supposed to be like? Or does...
Yeah, it's strange though, because
it could just be like an out of like, oh, you know, this actually happened, even though it didn't actually happen. Like how Star Wars is trying to be like, oh, you know, this actually happened, but a long, long time ago.
Yeah, it's weird because it implies the narrator is either in a future where Hyrule doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Which, if we put it within timeline perspective, and again, we'll come back to this and theorize on this a little bit more, they either put some way after either Spirit Tracks or Zelda 2.
I wouldn't say Spirit Tracks. I would go, it puts them in Wind Waker. Because in Wind Waker, Hyrule's technically gone, but if you go after Spirit Tracks, they found a new Hyrule.
Yeah, it's weird. Or maybe, I mean, you could make the argument that's taking place during Ganondorf's reign, but that's technically still Hyrule. Unless they expand
but long
on that.
Ago, that'd have to be like 7 years. That'd be 7 years. It's not like that long.
Yes.
Like 7 years is long, but it's not long.
That's why I was going to then argue there. But yeah, it's weird. But then going from there, we'll come back to that later. But we'll continue through the trailer. After the tapestry, it zooms in on Link on the tapestry. You know, boy without the fairy, all that stuff we already know. Then we finally get a shot of what the game is actually going to look like. We see Link's house, and it zooms down to Link, and I thought this was really interesting because not only is the art style completely new, it's following in the Star Fox vein where it's got like that super realistic style. It kind of reminds me of Twilight Princess. I think the thing that reminds me most of Twilight Princess is if you look at his clothes, they are like very, very, very similar to Link's clothes in Twilight Princess at the very beginning of the game. When he wakes up in the treehouse. Almost the same.
They are actually pretty similar.
Yeah, the tan shirt, no hat, or anything like that.
Well,
it's very similar.
Wait, hold on. I have it pulled up right now. Is he not wearing anything underneath his tunic?
In the trailer or in Twilight Princess?
Yeah, in the trailer.
I don't know. I didn't get a... Let me pull up the...
like you can see most of his legs, and there's no like piece of like white clothing or anything there. Is he not wearing anything under there?
Remember, that's how it is in the original though. He's not wearing any pants. He's just got the tunic.
That is true. That is true. It isn't just clipping. Yeah, you're right. It just feels weird seeing it in this like realistic style. It feels a little wrong. Also, the dog's out is kind of crazy.
Yes, it's like very Twilight Princess style. It's just kind of very rudimentary clothing. What's also cool is the interior of his house. The shot we get does remind me a lot more of his house in Twilight Princess. So I wonder if this game is going to confirm the house in Twilight Princess is the same as Ocarina of Time Link's house.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
It's got the same roots rolling throughout it.
You mean the curtain?
Yeah.
You mean the curtain?
Yeah, but it's like the curtain is hung off a root.
Is it? We can't really see what it's hung off of.
Give me 1 second. I'm not finding any good images. Let me just pull up the trailer.
Just pull up the trailer. Just pull up the trailer. I have it pulled up, and I have it in like 0.25 XP, but I can keep looking at the zoom. We just see a bunch of leaves covering the top of it, and then a curtain coming down from where the
for some reason, I'm remembering a root. Why?
And it looks.
I love how I type YouTube, and then the first thing that comes up
is. Well, yeah, you know, YouTube, Amazon, you know, close enough.
Alright, hold on.
I'm very curious what that like tapestry, or like not necessarily tapestry, but that art on the back wall. But no, there's like art on the back wall of his house or something. It's like, oh no, never mind. That's the tapestry transitioning.
Yeah, see, in the zoom-in shot, there's like roots growing overhead, and that reminds me a lot of Link's house in Twilight Princess.
Oh yeah, no, I see it. I see that one like branch. I mean, you gotta remember he lives inside a tree.
Yeah, he's sleeping on a hay bed as well.
Yeah, he sleeps on a hay bed in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, the clothing is very similar to Twilight Princess Link, but it's just green instead of tan, which is very strange. Um, we don't get a whole lot here. We can see the green particles that are floating around. But what's interesting here is the Triforce begins glowing on his hand already. So that's
Yeah, because the Triforce was in the Sacred Realm.
Yeah, because it didn't start glowing until after Ganondorf got the
He pulled the
Triforce.
Master Sword.
So either this means two things. Either the Triforce gets split earlier, which would be a huge retcon, or B, they're going the Skyward Sword route where the symbol appears on his hand as soon as the spirit of the hero inhabits him. Because remember, in Skyward Sword, even before you get the Triforce, it begins glowing on your hand to show that you're worthy of claiming it, even if you don't actually have it yet. It just shows that you are worthy of claiming that. Be like, at first it's just the courage piece, and then once he becomes worthy of the wisdom piece, that begins glowing on him, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So it could be like that.
Option C. They did this for just the trailer, because that is also a possibility.
That is true. Then again, a lot of times Nintendo trailers don't make up stuff for the trailers. So
it
tends to use
but
stuff
it just doesn't look like something that'd be a shot in the game.
I could see it be the opening shot, like he's sleeping and then it like comes on the hand glowing, and then like Navi or something wakes him up.
Yeah, I guess, but then like what happens to the Deku Tree conversation with him and Navi? With the Deku Tree and Navi, and then that's what it starts with.
What's interesting is this trailer is only a minute 40 long, and we already have evidence of huge changes. Like even just looking at the title of it, they've changed the Master Sword and the Hylian Shield design to their Breath of the Wild counterparts. It is the Hylian Shield and Master Sword from using the Breath of the Wild models, not the Ocarina of Time models, which is interesting. Retconning Tetraforce on the Triforce.
I would assume that they would be the new ones.
That's fair. That's a fair assumption. It's still interesting though.
It's also, that doesn't really surprise me.
What kind of surprises me is like the full on the Hylian Shield design, the full eradication of the Force Triforce piece. When we just got a whole game, Echoes of Wisdom, that basically gave us the explanation on why they thought there was a Force Triforce piece. With the whole null and everything. Representing the fourth element of the void. Which I guess is technically already represented by the empty space in the middle of the Triforce, but still.
I mean, it also has the beat up like Zelda logo.
Yeah, they've been using the.
I think that's just the Zelda logo that they're using.
The new Zelda logo they used it for Breath of the Wild. They used it for Link's Awakening, Tears of the Kingdom, Echoes of Wisdom, now this. I think the only two releases that haven't used the beat up logo is the Skyward Sword remake, or not remake, sorry, Skyward Sword port and Cadence of Hyrule, which is a spin-off game.
Yeah. Sorry, I was pulling out some games just to double check. I'm like, it didn't have the beat up logo. It didn't use that. Because I was pretty sure it didn't have that.
No, yeah. The only classic game up to this point to have that would have been the Link's Awakening remake.
Yeah.
And then after it fades to black, and then it fades back with 2026. So we do know it's coming out sometime this year.
No release timing, no release date outside of this year, and that means it comes out in 6 months. At some point in the next 6 months. And so
maybe they want to shadow drop it. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to shadow drop it. I wonder if they're saving it for potentially
a Zelda Direct.
No, this might be me. Yeah, they could either be doing a Zelda Direct or a Direct just for this game, like they did with Star Fox.
Yeah, I think no, because I think it would be a Zelda Direct because I think they would also use that as an excuse to show off the Zelda movie because that's about ready for its trailer at this point. I mean, I'm going to school for filmmaking, and the timeline of when they finish production and entered post production, we are just getting to that curve point now where we could see a trailer at any point now.
They put out if I remember correctly, the original Mario movie release date, when it was December of 2022, they put out a trailer in March, right?
Yeah.
7 months before. It comes out, and they keep moving the release date for the Zelda movie, but it's like within the same amount of time. It's in April now, right? It's April 30th, right? Or is April 30th the original, and then they moved it to May, and then they moved it back to April?
They moved it earlier, so I think they moved it to April. Because I remember it was earlier by a few
April
days
30th.
than it was going to be originally.
I remember it's the weekend after Sonic 4, and so I remember that's probably gonna hurt Sonic, but that's okay. That should be fun.
Yeah, that is true. One of them's gonna hurt the other, if not each other. We'll see.
I don't think Sonic is gonna hurt Zelda.
Oh no, the Sonic movies are pretty big. Then again, they've been going on for 4
the
movies now,
third
so
one made like 400 million. They haven't.
Yeah,
they keep making more. They keep
steam.
making more over time. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Yeah.
So that comes out basically 5 months in, because April 30th. Let's just be honest. That's just a May 1st, effectively. For this, that's 7 months out. Would put that in October for release date, for a trailer. Oh no, wait, no. If Mario movie came out in December, that was 9 months before. Never mind. What am I? Don't let me cook. Don't let me cook it.
Yeah.
That would put it in August. So I think if they go September and then it releases in October, because it's not releasing in November.
Yeah.
It's not releasing in November because of GTA 6.
No, yeah. There's no way.
Because there are no major games releasing in.
Everyone is clearing the path for GTA 6, unless Nintendo has some serious balls.
Unless if it's like first week of November. If it's first week of November, then I could see that happen. But I think October, because there's so many games coming out in September, because that's right now where every single AAA game, instead of coming out in November, is coming out in.
They want to get ready for that holiday release.
Yeah. So I could see an October release, September we don't get. I don't know if we get a September direct. I actually don't think we're going to get one. I could see that not happening. I could see us just getting a partner showcase, and then
it seems like they don't have a ton of games ready quite
which
yet.
Now I'm realizing also GTA 6 is releasing. They're not going to want to release anything in November or December.
Yeah, if anything,
or maybe even January.
Small.
Yeah, like you'd want to release.
If anything, they release something small that they know is already going to get swept up by anything else.
Yeah, within those 3 months. Like I think November, December, and January, you don't really want to release anything because of GTA 6.
No, definitely not.
So that's why I don't realistically see us getting anything. Yeah, we could get a September direct. I'm not going to say it's impossible.
Of course not, but yeah, given how the year's gone so far, I think if we get a partner showcase, maybe an indie direct, I do think we will probably around that time, we'll probably get a Zelda direct or an Ocarina of Time direct, one of the two.
Yeah.
Because if this year's the 40th anniversary, we should be getting a movie trailer. We should be getting a bigger trailer for Ocarina of Time. What else?
And then
is that stupid amiibo?
Maybe the what amiibo?
The Mineru one. Is that one released before that? I don't remember when that one comes out.
Oh, I don't know. I don't keep track of the amiibo.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care enough to keep track of the Mineru amiibo.
I don't care about the amiibo in general.
It comes out at some point this year. So if it comes out after, August, September, then it might be in the trailer. Who knows? Who cares? But I could also see us getting an Ocarina of Time themed Switch that they might want to reveal. As I'm sure you are about to build up to, it's very possible we get a trailer for the next Zelda game. Although I'm hesitant on that one because I think it would kill hype for Ocarina of Time. Or at least lessen it.
I don't necessarily think it would kill hype, because if you want to do a big 40th anniversary celebration, if you want to do something big, like all we're going to get is Ocarina of Time and the movie. That's all we're getting. I'm just gonna say it. For the 40th anniversary, all we're getting is this and Ocarina of Time, and that's it. And the movie is not for the 40th anniversary. It's like how Mario movie just happened to be coming out around this time. They're just going to push it forward. Like, this is the big thing. That's what they're going to do for Zelda.
I don't think we'd get a trailer for the new Zelda game as well, because I don't think there's a bit of over an exaggeration. I don't think it would kill hype, but Ocarina of Time would not be the big talking point anymore. It would be the new game.
I think it depends on what it is. If it's like a
If it's a big new 3D open world game, it's the new talking
if
point.
it's just like this is the title for a new 3D game and this is when we can expect it to be coming out around, I don't think that kills hype.
I think
If
they've
it's
learned their lesson from Tears of the Kingdom. I don't think they'll be doing that.
yeah.
I think they learned their
Although
lesson.
Tears of the Kingdom, they didn't give us a release date on the first teaser. They just told us it's now in development. This is what it's kind of going to be.
True, but did you
It's
see
going to be
how
something
out
about
of hand
Ganondorf.
the Tears of the Kingdom scenario got?
Yeah.
They did not plan on that happening. And that was everything went wrong for them on that. I think they're gonna play it cautious next time. That's just my gut
Tears of the
feeling,
Kingdom, I think, was just a development mess.
though. Oh yeah, for sure.
Which is why I also don't see the next Zelda game taking anywhere near as long as Tears of the Kingdom. I think Skyward Sword took 5 years. Breath of the Wild took 5 years. Tears took 6. I'm
Tears
willing
of
to
the
bet it's going
Kingdom
to take
with
around
them
5.
scrambling to try and catch lightning in a bottle again, while also having to deal with a global pandemic and switching Zelda teams. Like there was just so much going on.
And also, we're trying to put it on the Switch.
Yeah, and the Switch and not the Switch 2. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because it Tears of the Kingdom. I love Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, love is maybe a strong. I do really enjoy Tears of the Kingdom.
It's a very good game,
but
it's not very good.
You could tell it was very limited by the capabilities of the Switch.
The Switch.
And
there
was so much cut content, and I wonder if all the cut content was not because they ran out of time. It's because the Switch couldn't handle it.
Yeah, because they spent an entire year just trying to get Ultra Hand to work on the Switch. They were struggling to get to support that, and that's like the main mechanic of the game. So
yes, and that's why I think Tears of the Kingdom took so long.
Yeah,
and so fair. I think the next Zelda game could come out. Earliest it comes out is end of 2027.
Considering Skyward Sword: Breath of the Wild was only 5 years, and that jump was huge. It was an insane jump. Sure, they reused a couple models with the new art, with the new coat of paint on top, but still.
But they spent 2 years building the engine.
Yeah.
And then 3 years.
So that's 3 years to make the game, and they're reusing the same engine from the Wild games. So we already know that.
That's why I wouldn't be surprised.
That math. Math is.
I think end of 2027, sometime in 2020.
I think
end of 2027 is like pushing it, but I think sometime.
My one counter argument to this would be before Breath of the Wild, the Zelda franchise was nowhere near as big as it was, and so had a smaller, more condensed team, which usually means faster work, and also didn't have, the eyes of every single investor on it. Now that it's like one of their biggest franchise, thanks to Breath of the Wild, they have a significantly larger team, which is significantly harder to communicate all with, and they have the eyes of every single investor like a hawk on them. So it comes with more difficulties.
Yeah, I mean, I just see 2028 being the year it releases.
I could see that.
Puts that 5 years after Tears of the Kingdom.
Back to
I think it hurts.
Yeah, I'm gonna pivot the conversation back to Ocarina of Time because there's some more stuff on the trailer I want to talk about before we wrap this episode up. And it's kind of I want to backtrack back to that scene where Link is. What do you think about the new art style? I'm hearing a lot of mixed opinions on it right now.
I am so happy. It's like all those concepts people made.
Yeah.
All that like
Unreal Engine remakes, yeah.
Yes, and I liked those, but I was like, I want it to kind of look like this, but better. Yeah. And that's exactly what so far it looks like. Now, I mean, I'm gonna wait till we have more footage to fully say, because like right now it's just a shot of Link. That's all we have.
I fully agree to an extent. I'll let you go first.
I am so excited for this. I think, I love Ocarina of Time. It's so weird. My feelings towards Ocarina of Time is really weird. Because like, if I look like a game like Twilight Princess, I think if you break it down to me, I'm like, yeah, sure, I can agree the story's better in Twilight Princess. I could agree the dungeons are better. I could agree the gameplay is better. I could agree the controls are better. But I'll say, which is basically all aspects of the game, but I will still say Ocarina of Time is a better game than Twilight Princess. And I think, this might just be me, but I think with better controls, and especially just better controls, but also that visually looking better and maybe having a little bit more to explore.
Yes.
I think Ocarina of Time is going to be. I think this new remake could very well be my new favorite Zelda.
I don't know. I don't know if it would be Twilight Princess for me, but I think if it wants to come close to that, it definitely needs the updated controls. The updated visuals are a must, which it already has. I think it needs grandeur though, because Twilight Princess is very grand. All the landscapes are very large. In Ocarina of Time, Hyrule Castle is a small fortress. I think if they made some of the locations bigger, more expansive, not necessarily like Hyrule Field needs to be twice the size, but like make them more grand. Make the backdrops so that it's not just a flat hill that goes into there's just a void behind it. Have this like rolling hills in the distance with like mountains and trees. You can't actually go to them,
Actually,
they're just in the background.
I haven't
Just make it
thought
look
about
more
that.
grand.
I never even thought about that. All the backgrounds, all the sky drops, Hyrule Field. You're gonna have to change so much of that because it is very 1996 game.
Yes,
design.
it is
Like
very
it's just
small.
a big field that you just walk across.
Yeah,
And so it's not just going to
do
be
a
big
lot.
field, big empty field that you just walk across. There's going to be changes to Hyrule Field, and then it's not just going to be
Yeah.
big gray walls just around Hyrule
Yeah, of
Field,
course.
preventing you from.
I'm
So
imagining
I'm very
something.
curious.
I'm
how that's
imagining they will probably. There's two directions they can go in. Either they can go the kind of Breath of the Wild direction and make each zone like a small open area that you can explore and has secrets and collectibles and stuff. I don't know how many people would be happy with that. I would definitely have mixed feelings on it. Or they could go the Twilight Princess route, where it's still just a big open field you walk around in, but it looks grand. There's trees, there's hills, there's rolling. It look like imagine Ocarina of Time Hyrule Field, but in Twilight Princess essentially. I could see him doing something like that. And of course, adding some stuff, not completely overhauling Hyrule Field, maybe make it a bit bigger, add some bridges, add some ponds, some rivers, a couple enemy camps.
I think Hyrule Field is going to look different.
Hyrule Field is probably going to get the biggest revamp.
Yeah, because everywhere else isn't like as big open nothingness. Hyrule Field in the original Ocarina of Time is pretty much just big open nothingness. Like it's cool, like it's so like.
The least they could do is make it look like Twilight Princess. The most would be the Great Plateau. Like, I think how I would say it.
Yeah, I think they're going to add some things, but I wonder how they're going to handle the edge of the map.
I think that's what I'm really curious to see.
I don't know though. Twilight Princess was 20 years old. Was 20 years ago.
I just mean like the backdrop.
Yeah, but I mean like the edge of the map. How do you do? Oh, you can't explore any further. How are they going to do that? That's what I'm really curious.
Again, I point back to Twilight Princess, where you get to the edge of Hyrule Field, and it's either a huge ass ravine, or it's a cliff that you can't climb up.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know how it's going to look because like
it is going to be.
There has to be.
It is going to be difficult to strike the balance with the art style that they've given themselves. It's going to be difficult to strike the balance of you can go here, but you can't go over here because everything looks super ultra 4K realistic. So that will be a difficult balance.
That's what I'm actually so excited to see. I am. Yeah. I'm excited to see how all the new people have never played.
We're gonna get Darunia's dance in 4K Ultra HD.
Yes, we are.
It's gonna be so peak. We're gonna get King Zora sliding over very slowly in 4K Ultra HD.
I hope they don't change that.
Ew.
I hope they don't change that.
Ooh, Jabu Jabu is going to be disgusting. Ooh.
I'm excited for that, actually.
Oh no, I don't think I'm very excited for that. I get very queasy.
Do you think they're going to change the designs of any of the dungeons?
I don't think they're going to change the gameplay designs. I think the Shadow Temple is going to get some major texture overhauling because I don't think they're going to be able to get away with an E for everyone rating with the amount of blood that is just coated on the walls and enemies in that dungeon.
I don't think they're going to go for E for everyone. I think they're going to go E10. I think it's E10. Probably what it's going to be. That's what no, they can't.
Still, there's
the blood and all that. Yeah, I don't.
Even in the 3DS, they removed all the blood.
Yeah, that's why unless they're willing to push it for a teen, like what Age of Imprisonment was.
Yeah,
Age of Imprisonment was teen, right?
Age of Imprisonment, Age of Calamity, and Twilight Princess are all teen.
Yeah. But
Which
I don't know if
makes
I see them
sense.
pushing their poster child of Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I don't see Ocarina of Time being pushed to teen because that eliminates a large audience. I just hope that, I mean, it's an unfortunate reality they're going to be removing the blood from the Shadow Temple, which is sad because it's like one of the main characteristics of that dungeon. But they better find some way to replace it. They either got to make the dungeon more creepy, more unsettling, more terrifying. Oh my god, imagine they better have the most horrific, volatile design for Dead Hand.
Yeah, Dead Hand is going to be creepy. I'm excited to see Bongo Bongo.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun too. I'm really excited.
Bottom of the Well is going to be interesting too.
Bongo is gonna be very interesting because you can get Dead Hand or Redeads. You see all that stuff.
Ooh, Redeads. Ooh,
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. We haven't seen Redeads in so long. I mean,
I guess
they
they
get their
Necklace of
designs
Wisdom,
in. Yeah, and then they give their designs in Tears of the Kingdom.
The Gibdos in Tears of the Kingdom and the lore they're given in Age of Imprisonment is so interesting. I almost wonder if they're going to play off that. Then again, they'll probably go just classic Redead though.
Yeah, they're going to.
Because in the wild games, the Gibdos are not actually Redeads. They're actually the new book that's coming out tells us that they're actually the souls of the dead and parasitic insects puppeting the corpse of a dead Gerudo.
Yeah.
Which is
it was a dead Gerudo.
Yeah. I mean, we knew that thanks to Tears of the Kingdom already, but still. Very interesting. But yeah, I wonder if we'll get... it also makes me wonder, if we're getting voice acted lines, it seems like there's going to be expanded cutscenes, judging by the opening one and Star Fox Remake. I wonder how much new lore we'll be given. I wonder if it's going to try and tie itself in with new lore, or if it's going to try and stay...
I didn't even think about that. Because we know the new games take place after Ocarina of Time outside. I wonder if there's going to be any references to Age of Imprisonment, or like the founding of Hyrule.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
With King Rauru.
Yeah, if Rauru...
And then the new Rauru.
If new Rauru says that, yes, I was named after the first king or an old king or something like that. That'd be like hard confirmation.
They said they chose the name Rauru for a reason.
Yeah.
And, I mean, aside from having light powers, like, I was like, it could have still named him anything. There's no exact reason to name it.
I think it's because, I think this is going to be revealed in the remake. If they reveal any new lore, I think it would be this. I wholeheartedly believe that Rauru in Ocarina of Time is the King of Hyrule. I think that is Zelda's dad.
Huh.
And I think that's going to be the reveal. And I think it's going to be revealed that up until that point, there's a naming tradition with the kings, just like the princesses. Where all the kings, maybe don't take the name, but at least take the title Rauru.
Yeah.
I could see something like that. Because there's evidence, and of course plenty of speculation, to believe that Ocarina of Time Rauru is the King of Hyrule, but we haven't had a direct confirmation in years. Closest we've gotten to that theory ever being touched on by Nintendo is Mysteries of Hyrule, with the original King being Rauru. And we know now, thanks to Tears of the Kingdom, that light power that Rauru possesses is bound to the royal family. Only members of the royal family, and by extension Rauru, have that power. So that puts pretty big likelihood on Rauru in Ocarina of Time, at the very least being a direct descendant of Rauru in Tears of the Kingdom, if not being the King of Hyrule himself.
Yeah, you're not exactly wrong there. I think that'd be cool for you. I think we are going to get more lore.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really, really curious about, because this is going to...
Because this trailer seemed super, like, lore heavy, even for what it was.
It did. It seemed... Yeah, with the whole tapestry and everything.
Yeah.
I wonder if that tapestry will be in the game itself.
I don't know, because it seems like the tapestry is retelling the events of Ocarina of Time, so... why? I don't see it being in Ocarina of Time. That wouldn't make any sense, unless it's a tapestry specifically telling the events of Link as a child and not the adult era.
I wonder.
And then you find it in the adult era.
You know what I wonder? I don't necessarily see this being the case because they say long ago in a kingdom that was called Hyrule.
Yeah.
Was called. But I'm like, what if this is like somebody in the new era of Zelda?
Maybe.
Going over this tapestry. But they're still in Hyrule, so that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Let me see the exact wording they use here. So they say long ago there was a land called Hyrule, created by beings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Long ago. That's such a strange way to phrase it.
It is. Maybe. Hear me out. Maybe. This is a tapestry in Termina.
That would be insane.
Hear me out. I'm cooking. And the next Zelda game is going to take place in Termina.
I think maybe. I think we definitely get Majora's Mask remake for sure, but that would be insane if they did go that route. How likely do you think they're making a Majora? Do you think? Obviously, I think, before I finish this, obviously they're going to do Majora's Mask next. Do you think that they are working on both, and they're gonna 3DS style release one after the other, or do you think they're going to wait to start it until after?
There was a multi-year gap between the 3DS releases, right?
I thought it was only a year gap.
Well, let me look this up.
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Let's see. It was 2015 for Majora's Mask.
I don't remember if you're asking me.
From what I can find, the 3DS version came out. Let's see. Find out. Hold on.
It'd be crazy if the
Ocarina of Time 3DS came out in 2011.
Oh my god, that's insane.
So it was a 4-year gap.
The re-release for Majora's Mask from the re-release of Ocarina of Time took longer than the development of Ocarina of Time from Majora's Mask Ocarina of Time.
What I actually could see them doing is release Ocarina of Time, then the new Zelda game releases, and then 2 years after that or whatever, Majora's Mask releases. Or like maybe a year after that.
I don't know if they'd wait that long.
Well, that would be what, like, let's say the new Zelda game releases on 20. That would put it at like 2030.
That seems like a really long time for them to wait.
That's a 4-year gap.
Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time are so like intertwined.
That's the same. That'd be the same gap as the 3DS versions.
Oh no.
So I could see it.
I could see them being like 2 years apart, but
we haven't heard anything about it. But that's the thing. If the new Zelda game releases in 2028, 2 years apart, does that releasing the same year as the new Zelda game?
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I think they
haven't
would
heard any rumors
wait.
about it. That's also where I go.
True.
We haven't heard any rumors about it. And so I'm like, I don't think it's in development.
The only rumor that even comes to mind is the rumor that Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are going to remake together, and I never believed that for a second.
Which then that just turned into Ocarina of Time is getting remade.
Yeah.
And then
I don't think there's ever a world where they release
I wonder
one.
if depends on the reception of this. Like if after a few months, if the reception of this has been really positive, I think that then they're going to move forward with the remake for.
Oh yeah, obviously. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's remotely successful, they're going to do Majora's Mask next because that's just a cheap thing to do.
Yeah,
reuse
same
assets from same assets, and they're already recreating a game that already exists, so it wouldn't take very long. Same code, same assets, and they're going to make a new game from it. They're just recreating an old one. That's another thing that I don't think it would take very long for them to do.
Sure, but I also
do we know what studio is behind this yet? Is this an in-house or is this by one of the other teams?
Let me see. Let me visit Nintendo.com for more details. Let me see if there's any more details on this. not like. Okay, there's nothing on. Okay, it just brought me to things for the director's
What's also
stuff,
interesting is here on I'm looking at the trailer more things as well. The tapestry has the Great Deku Tree at the very center, like similar to the Great Calamity of the Breath of the Wild tapestry. Like he's at the center of the tapestry, and he's like this like omniscient being looking over Hyrule. Ancient solitary tree quietly watched over you. Could you imagine? This is not going to happen, but I'm just saying this because it would be like the hugest plot twist ever. Could you imagine? We'd go to the Great Deku Tree. We'd go inside the dungeon, and there's a Gerudo spear sitting in the middle. Oh my god.
That would be cool, but I don't see that happening.
I don't see it happening. That would be cool.
It could, but then that would also mean that then the ancient tree stump in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is the Great Deku Tree from Ocarina of Time.
I mean, it's not too far away from where we put the Ocarina of Time Great Deku Tree anyways, because we usually put it as the dead tree stump on the Great Plateau. Usually. And that's only a little bit further. Again, depends on your interpretation of Breath of the Wild's map, though. But that's not significantly further from where we already imagined this place. But then again, you know, depends if you interpret the Great Plateau as Ocarina of Time's map or not.
Yeah, it is. Okay, as far as I can find, there's no official information on who's making it.
That could, okay, interesting. Because that would give us a lot of details on the timeline of production and everything. Going back earlier to the boundaries thing that we're talking about, another option is obviously the Great Plateau is based on Ocarina of Time's map. Whether it literally is or not is unknown. If they do decide to confirm that with this, they could literally be the boundaries of it be the edge of the Great Plateau. Like that would be a very easy solution.
Yeah.
Just giant drop off.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I wouldn't hate that. That's a possibility. I think we'll just have to wait and see. I think when we get our first bit of actual gameplay of Hyrule Field,
yeah,
I think that's going to tell us. Yeah. I'm here. Do you think the day-night cycle is going to be longer?
It better be. It will probably be because the shortness of it feels very outdated already in the original, and if they make Hyrule Field any bigger or anywhere any bigger, which they will kind of have to, then they will have to make the day-night cycle longer. Because the only reason it was so short was because Hyrule Field was so small.
Yeah.
That's why it's so significantly longer in Majora's Mask, is because the whole map is bigger.
Yep. That is
Same
true.
thing with Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
You're not wrong there.
So yeah, I do fully believe that will be changed. I do wonder if I wonder how much content they're going to add and how much. First of all, I fully believe the what's the extra game mode from the 3DS one? Master Quest. Is that it?
Yeah. Well, that's not from the 3DS one. That's from the N64 version.
Yeah, it's from the N64.
Not the N64, but the GameCube.
Most widely
from
available
the GameCube version.
It was most widely available.
Because it was only sold as its own version on the GameCube.
Yeah.
I do think Master Quest will be in the game.
Master Quest will probably be in there as an extra game mode. I wonder how much extra content we need to add though. Like, are we going to get new side quests? Are we going to get new cutscenes? Are we going to get new areas? New bonus dungeons? I wonder if we'll get anything like that.
I think Star Fox is going to be the biggest tell.
Probably. Yeah,
because
honestly.
My kind of assumption that I'm going off of here is Ocarina of Time and Star Fox are developed around the same time, and they're kind of going to be similar, playing off of each other.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Because they look to be in similar art styles.
They're the same art style.
Yeah.
And they're both doing the same thing, where they're like amplifying the story that's in the original, adding new.
Do you think that there's going to be in the files in R-Wing in Ocarina of Time?
There better be.
As a reference,
this is an Easter egg. There better be.
That would be
Or,
really cool.
hear me out. They do it full circle.
Huh?
They have instead of having the Arwing in the Ocarina of Time remake, in the Star Fox remake, you have a planet that looks like Hyrule,
That'd be cool.
just like in the distance.
That'd be pretty cool. You know what
Bring
I
it
do
full
wonder
circle.
is, I wonder if any of the glitches in Ocarina of Time are going to work. Probably not.
If it's
from the
like
original
Link's
version.
Awakening, if it's from the ground up remake, probably
Yeah.
not. If
It's
any
probably
of the
not.
glitches make it into this game, at most, I see maybe the side hops, right, as like an Easter egg
Yeah.
to the original. That's it, really.
Although all of the glitches from Ocarina of Time, I believe, worked in Ocarina of Time 3D, which was
That's
a
because
ground up.
Ocarina of Time 3D was built off of Ocarina of Time, though. It was just a new fresh coat of paint and some new controls. It was the same game under the hood, though. Where compared to this, they're not even reusing the same old code. They are building it from the ground up.
You know what's going to be really interesting? Having a free cam in Ocarina
Yeah.
of Time. I'm actually excited for that.
Free cam is like the main thing that requires them to have like the out of bounds figured out, fully detailed, because you're gonna be able to see all of it.
I'm excited for free cam. That you be able to move it around, because that's never existed. Because in Ocarina of Time 3D that didn't exist, obviously.
Yeah. Very interesting. I wonder if they're going to make any of the dungeons larger. I don't think they'll fully revamp any of the dungeons, but I wonder if they're going to add more stuff to them, or maybe more collectibles. Because if they do end up making the overworld bigger, I do wonder if we'll get more collectibles and side quests.
We're going to get more gold Skulltulas to collect. That's
Do you imagine 900 gold Skulltulas?
I would not buy. I'm not buying. Not again. Nope.
Oh,
No.
Oh, 900. You know what?
No.
And just as a safe measure, they're going to throw in 2,000 Korok seeds as well.
That wouldn't even make any sense. The Kokiri are around. How could there be Koroks?
Don't worry about it.
What
We'll
lore implication would that imply? What if they have Kokiri seeds instead?
Kokiri seeds, that would be crazy.
And instead of them being gold, they're brown. They're more organic. Because Hestu's gift implies it's their poop.
True. Age of Imprisonment also tells us it's directly just like actual seeds that grow into new Koroks, so maybe it's who knows?
I don't know. Do they poop out seeds? That's the question.
That's the question that everyone wants to know.
That actually is interesting to think, because why is Hestu's gift looks like poop? Says it smells bad. Like if it's not meant to be, like, it's really weird.
They're also called seeds though, and between Wind Waker and Age of Imprisonment are implied to grow into Koroks.
Sure.
If that's true, that means that Hestu's Maracas are being powered by Korok infants.
Wouldn't it be like Korok sperm? Wouldn't that be like a more technically the more, if you're gonna make the contrast to like animals, wouldn't that be like the more?
That is true.
Because our seeds are our sperm, so
that is technically true.
So Link's carrying around a bunch of Korok sperm. Now that I'm like thinking about it, that still is weird.
That's just as bad as it being literal shit, if not worse.
Yeah. Wait, if there's the Kokiri are children, and so if there were supposed to be Kokiri seeds.
Oh no. No.
I hope there's not Kokiri seeds.
There better not.
There better not be.
I wonder if the Deku Tree Sprout, if they're going to make him look like a Korok now. More like a Korok, I should say, because he already does look like one.
I don't know.
Because now, thanks to Age of Imprisonment, we kind of know that he had to be a Korok.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wonder if they're going to make him even more Korok-like.
Maybe.
Especially since just a round blob of wood with a leaf coming out the head would probably not look the best in this art style.
Well, he also has little arms. Don't forget the little arms.
Those are more like twigs.
I guess the Lego model always makes me just think of them as arms, because they kind of look like arms.
Yeah, that is true.
Which it still is kind of crazy. The Lego Great Deku Tree is retiring this.
I know, right?
This month or next month.
That's a terrible time for it to retire.
Yeah, I
Watch
know.
them
An
unretire
Ocarina
it
of Time
now. Watch them
is coming out.
unretire it. They'll just be like,
Well, they've
hold
probably
on,
already
guys, we're
finished
extending it.
production on it. I know.
We'll see. Hopefully we'll get another Ocarina of Time set to go alongside the Ocarina of Time.
Well, we're getting another Zelda set this year.
That
So
is
I
true.
don't know. I wonder actually if Zelda set's going to be a movie set.
They don't have. Remember, Lego doesn't get access to the stuff they're making Lego sets out of until the release of the public version, at least for Nintendo stuff. So like, they can't make a set of anything that hasn't come out yet because they haven't seen it the same as us.
Concept art.
Yeah. Well, no,
if
they
you
don't.
Look at like Star Wars movies, they make Star Wars movie sets when those come out.
They do.
They have to develop them.
Lego and Star Wars have a deal for that. Lego and Nintendo do not have a deal like that.
We don't know that. We don't know. Their deals are all private. We aren't exactly sure.
That is true. They're usually pretty public though about that sort of information.
No, not. It's just because we've had these things. Because Lego sets take 1.5 years, 2 years to develop, and so if we're getting a Zelda movie set, short and in less than that time. I don't think it's going to be a Zelda movie set. I don't see them making a Zelda movie set because they never made any Mario movie sets. And so
it's likely going to be.
I mean, we're getting Mario minifigs now, so I think that'll be the biggest tell. Because I think when the Mario movie 3 comes out in 2020, that's going to be.
I think we're getting.
That's going to be.
First, but yeah. I think it's.
Mario movie 3 was confirmed for 2029.
I think it's Zelda, Donkey Kong, then Mario. They've had Donkey Kong in production for a while.
There is no confirmed Donkey Kong movie. Those are only rumors.
I thought it was confirmed, or am I just
No. Yeah, you just get that. It's okay. It's just rumors. Everyone just is like, oh, they have to be making it.
Yeah, because I've heard everyone talk about, oh yeah, the Donkey Kong. That's confirmed at some point. But I guess
no, just strongly rumored, but we haven't heard anything about it since like the Mario movie came out.
Fair.
The first one, like years. So I don't think so.
I think we'll probably still get one at some point. It just makes sense.
Yeah, if the Mario movie 3 comes out,
Bonanza.
2029.
Yeah. We'll see. New Ocarina of Time remake is very exciting though, and I can't wait to see another trailer on this and where this goes.
I can't wait to see gameplay. That's just what I can't wait to see.
It's gonna be so fun.
I just want to see the gameplay.
It's gonna be so cool. Do you think? Oh my god! Do you think Navi's gonna be voice acted? How would they? They better get the original voice actors for Navi. I'm just saying.
Listen,
if
I don't think
alive.
so. What my prediction is for voice acting is it's only going to be in the cutscenes.
It's possible. Yeah, that's
it's not going to be all the text boxes.
I don't know
because that's not how it is in Breath of the Wild.
I am on the fence on that because it would be in line with the past games for it to just be in the cutscenes. But Ocarina of Time, again, depending on how much they expand it, is such a small game, they could easily voice act the whole thing. Easily.
I just don't see that happening.
It would not be a very big leap to go from just cutscenes to the whole game.
It's not.
With the scale of Ocarina of Time.
I wonder if they're going to confirm, if there's going to be any more confirmation on the Malin and Link thing.
Maybe. We'll see. I mean, yeah, it would be the perfect time to... I mean, we kind of already know it has to be true thanks to Twilight Princess, but
yeah.
We'll see if we'll get any more information on that.
Yeah.
I posted a comment, not a comment, a message on Discord on one of the big servers, because people are talking about like stuff they want to see in the Zelda remake, and then there was like a subgroup of people that are talking about stuff they want to see that would just piss off people. And I put, they should make Malin hate Link just to annoy the Ocarina of Time fans.
Oh, I would be so upset. Oh, I would be so pissed. You're right. That would piss me off so much. You're not wrong. That would like just make me upset.
Someone else also posted a comment that was like, the only thing they should change is they should make Zelda say that the game is a 9 out of 10 and watch every Ocarina of Time fan crash out.
It is really weird though, because like I do feel this very big love towards Ocarina of Time, even though like I can objectively go, yeah, sure, this game, but Ocarina of Time's better. Like if I break it down piece by piece, which then would mean that in whole that game is better. But I'll still say I think there's just something at the core of Ocarina of Time.
It's the same reason I like Skyward Sword more than Breath of the Wild. It's nostalgia. It was It was your first jump into the Zelda universe and probably the universe of adventure video games in general.
It was the exact. I loved that game because it was like exactly the type of game I always wanted. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe that is why, but I don't know. I feel like there's something just so at the core of it.
Yeah, that's the exact way I feel about Skyward Sword. It's just I know why I feel that way about Skyward Sword. It doesn't mean that I
No. I can't be one of those nostalgia slot people. No. That's impossible.
I'm fully aware I'm a nostalgia slot person for Skyward Sword. I love that game to death. I know Breath of the Wild's better than it, but I still prefer Skyward Sword.
I can't be a nostalgia slot person. No. Even though I very much am a nostalgia slot person, and I love whatever there's like a little reference, and I don't care if it's just like somebody be like, oh, cameo, they're just here for a cameo. No.
My God, was that Fi in Age of Imprisonment best video game ever? The only Fi being in Age of Imprisonment was the only reason I felt so deeply moved by that game's story. That is the only reason.
You're joking, right?
I don't know, but like it
is it all, are you sure it's not also Calamo?
It's
one of the main characters being a Korok. You sure that's not part of it too?
Oh, Calamo is definitely part of it, but like I think Fi was the Fi being the Night Construct was the needle that broke the camel's back. That was
I think
just enough to push me over the edge.
Yeah, I think Vi being one of the main characters, and then the Korok, basically Fi and the Korok being the main characters of that game.
Those two characters being the main characters is what did it. And Calamo
and then both of them
so
dying.
Similar to Makar, which was another great character. Yeah, and then Fi dies, and then you beat Age of Imprisonment thinking Calamo lives, and then nope, just kidding, guys. He's actually fucking dead.
Yep.
What? Yeah, you remember that dead tree you saw in the other game like 3 times across all the games we put out? Yeah, that's him. He's
it's the ancient tree. It's the ancient tree stone. But yes, it is dead.
He's super dead.
Wait,
in Breath of the Wild,
is it dead in? It is dead in Age of Imprisonment, isn't it?
No, it's not there in Age of Imprisonment.
Not Age of Imprisonment. Age of Calamity.
Yeah, it's in the DLC. In Breath of the Wild, we go to the tree stump, and there's a great flame blade sitting there, implying that someone burnt Calamo to the ground.
Don't you mean the Gerudo spear underneath?
No.
Inside
in Breath of the Wild, there's a great
Breath of the Wild. Oh, that's right.
Like,
I thought you meant Tears of the Kingdom. I was like, what?
No.
There's a Gerudo spear in that. What are you talking about? What do you mean great flame? So we know that one's Calamo.
Blade just like shoved into the trunk. It's like, damn.
Yep.
He didn't just like get chopped down or wither away. No, he was burnt down.
That is true.
Which is
he was burnt down.
That is such a horrible end for his character, considering his like whole turning point in the story was like his home forest burned down, for his demise to also be being burnt.
like multiple times. Multiple times he got burned down. They just hated Korok Forest, I guess.
He really did. All right, but
maybe that's why the Korok's go into hiding.
That is honestly. So I've been playing the. We'll get into this in the next episode we're going to record because we get to the end. But real quick, to kind of give both you and the audience a heads up, I've been 100%ing Age of Imprisonment, and that is the exact reason. After the forest burns down, the Koroks flee. They leave. Some of them come back, but the large majority of them flee, and they don't return. Which. Probably, and it's implied that a lot of them go to Necluda, and Necluda becomes the Lost Woods from Ocarina of Time. So, there's maybe a connection there. But, yeah, that's for a future episode. Considering we are well over time, I did not realize we've been recording for over an hour now. Jesus. I like how I originally said these episodes were going to be 45 minutes. And I've been trying to stick to that. I should fully accept that each episode's going to be an hour long at this point.
That's okay. I enjoy when they go. Like they go longer because we're having fun.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
is true.
good. It's not like we're extending them because like, oh, we have to extend them. No, we're extending them because we want to.
Yeah, like 45 for those of you who don't know, 45 minutes is like the ideal length for a podcast because that's around the time that most people start clicking off anyways. So usually, if to get everything that you want to say in, you usually want to get it done in about 45 minutes, and that's usually what you want to call it. But you know, we're not very good at that, and neither are a lot of big podcasts. A lot of podcasts will go for an hour or more, and that's completely fine. It's just up to the preference of the person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think with that we'll wrap up today's episode. I hope you all had a wonderful day. I hope you all had a really wonderful Nintendo Direct and saw everything that you wanted to see. As always,
I would. Oh wait. What would you rate it? I'd rate it like a B minus.
I can't rate it because I didn't watch the full Direct. I was at work.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
would rate it a B minus because there's only 3 new announcements.
If I had to
compared
give it a rating,
to the usual like 6.
If I had to give it a rating, based on just Deltarune and Zelda, it's a solid 8 out of 10 for me. I love both of those franchises.
Yeah, that would be a B. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can both agree on a B. Yeah. Okay.
So, with that being stated, as always, if y'all have any, oh my god, excuse me. As always, if
any
y'all have
questions?
any questions or want to join the discussion, feel free to join the discussion in the Discord, which is linked below, or email us at mysteriesofhyrule@gmail.com, which is in the description for you to copy and paste. And as always, y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all's day. I was your co-host Duncan, and Connor was our co-host.
You're not the co-host. What are you?
Wait, no.
I'm the host. I'm the host now.
Who's the host?
I'm the host.
No.
It's me.
Dun.
It's me. That's right. I'm the host now, baby.
Connor's taking over the channel. You got. Oh man. That means you're gonna start editing every single episode now, right?
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's what that.
Actually,
means, right?
no. The new host is Fonzie.
I'm okay with that. You know what? Yeah, my dog can edit the episodes. I don't know if you do a very good job. If everything becomes translated to barks, that's why. Yeah,
fair enough.
I was your host Duncan, and this was our wonderful co-host Connor.
Thank
you.
And
we will see you all next week with a special guest. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.